Have you seen the fire chief out here?
The LA fire chief?
Which one? I mean,
No.
which one from what county?
What's
LA
the
county?
fire chief look like?
You're not gonna believe it, dog. Have you seen this person?
No.
You got the motherfucking clip. Hey man, play the clip of the person in head of the fire department. The fire master.
I want to see somebody that responds to your house, your emergency, whether it's a medical call or a fire call, that looks like you. It gives that person a little bit more ease, knowing that somebody might understand their situation better. Is she strong enough to do this? Or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire, which my response is, he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
Did you hear what the stud broad said? You can't. The lady said, "You can't carry my husband out of a fire," and she said, "Well, he got himself in the wrong place if he got himself in the fire." Ain't that what a bitch would say?
Oh my God, not in that position.
That's wild.
What is
Do
going
you
on?
see who is in charge as the fire master? Hey man. So if you in a fire, because they had the dude who used to be in charge.
Right.
And that's one of the main things he said, requirements to be a fireman.
Don't you gotta pick
It's to
somebody?
be, yeah.
Yeah.
When did they change?
But
all
they
that?
got new laws out now that put women in places of employment that they couldn't possibly be effective at.
That's not right. You got to be able to.
Do you know you put the next firefighter in danger if you going in there with a woman? It's just nobody has the courage to say that. If something happens where, let's say something falls on you, she's gonna say, well, you shouldn't have been there where that thing fell. But you don't know about stuff like that. They make sure that's not something that's brought up. Somebody who is out of place in a way that's detrimental to the production in society. Who's gonna say that?
At this point in my life, my work history is approaching the 30-year mark, and I've had more than my fair share of jobs during that time. I've worked in companies where men were the majority of the staff, and vice versa. I've worked in companies where the staff was majority women. Now, if I'm being honest, I always prefer working jobs that have more women because it's kind of the same sentiment as not wanting to be at an event that's a sausage party. But the jobs that I had, none of those jobs had the direct implications of the people I'm providing services to will die if I'm not good at my job. So there are some jobs out there where it doesn't matter if the worker is male or female. You really just need competent people to get the job done. Now, fast forward to today, and the company that I work for provides services to a variety of different industries. And two of the groups of people that I work with now are police officers and firefighters. Now, one day here in Chicago, there was an incident where two police officers were trying to approach a female suspect, and she decided to shoot at them. The male officer returned fire, but the female officer's gun jammed in the process. Now, I've watched some self-defense breakdowns on this video, and I've even watched a few police officers break the video down as well. And they all say that it was a good thing that her gun jammed because based on the way she was holding it at the time, they believe it was a 90% chance that she would have ended up shooting her partner in the back. So coincidentally, not too long after this happened, I had a work assignment with a couple of police officers, and I asked them in situations like this, would they prefer to have male backup or female backup? And without hesitation, they both said that they prefer to have male backup. And one of the officers even elaborated as to why, for him in particular, that was the case. It was because there was an incident at his precinct where he almost lost his life during the process of trying to subdue a suspect. So there was a call he was responding to, and when he got there, the suspect was a lot bigger than him. So in the process of trying to take the guy down, the guy ends up getting the upper hand on him and locked him into a chokehold. Now, his backup was a female officer, and during the whole time that he was getting choked out, she couldn't figure out how to get the guy off of her partner. She never used her baton, she never used her taser, nor did she draw her firearm. So if it wasn't for the fact that two more male officers showed up to provide backup, there's a high probability that he would have lost his life that day. So in regard to firefighters, I pretty much feel the same way that I feel about every other job, which is that I just want the most competent people possible, period. If you're not cut out to do the job, then it doesn't matter to me whether you're male or female. I equal opportunity don't want either one of y'all services. If you have women who are able to meet the physical requirements of the job, then I don't think there's a problem with them getting hired. But if I have to lower the physical requirements just for you to be able to be a part of the team, then that's a detriment not only to the other firefighters that you work with, but it's also a detriment to the people whose lives you're supposed to be trying to save. I've heard multiple stories from the current California wildfires where there were disabled family members who lost their lives because they weren't able to walk. And so they ended up getting trapped inside the burning homes because no one was able to pick them up and provide them with the assistance that they needed to get out of the house. So I think there's a time and place for everything, but with life and death situations, I just want the people who can actually get the job done. I think a lot of people support bad ideas until they're personally affected by it or it hits really close to home. And once that happens, it might be too late to do anything about it.
The term firefighter was coined to create the illusion that women are of the same standard and do the same job as men in the fire service. This woman on the game show Fort Boyard is a firefighter.
I hope they've taught you how to knock down doors.
Definitely.
In you go.
Oh no! This is tough.
As high as you can.
Yeah.
As high as you can. As high as you can.
Take a bigger run up. She's a hard lady.
Come on, Jane. Remember the elbow. Big run as fast as you can.
That's
and high.
Go for it.
High.
Oh.
High.
So close.
As fast as you can. Well done.
Get going. Oh. Jane, come out.
Come out.
Jane, that was such a great effort.
Okay.
Yeah, I think just 2 more throws and you would have been there, but that's tough for you.
A man with no firefighter training has no trouble with the same task.
A bit of an ousty one, I think. Be aiming higher, that's it. You got it! It's on the floor. Okay, brilliant. He's got the key. Come out. Yeah, okay, fab. Brilliant. Well done.
A woman can actually fail the physical component of the fireman test and still become a firewoman to meet female quotas. Firewomen are paid exactly the same as firemen, who are more physically able and better suited to the job.
But that's it for this video. As always, make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment down below. If you're new to the channel, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can get the alert when future content is posted. I'm your man, D Cannon. This is The Dust Up, and I'm out.